it's for Paula. Came here. Did you start?
I did.
Cool. Good morning.
Good morning.
How the heck is everybody?
Cool. Pink hair.
You know, yeah.
Goodness. Wow. Wow thing.
I didn't get the memo.
You didn't get the memo? No pink hair for you.
Well, case in point, you know, we've got a lot of people online that watch, like far more than we ever have had here. And it's just, thanks for joining us today.
Yes.
Best day of my life, the dog. That is just a fun song. I mean, what a fun song.
Great dancing, Phil.
Yeah,
It's great for dancing, yes. Were you rocking out in the back?
I was.
That's why you didn't turn the sound up.
Could have been it. And we are still having our plaid drive.
Oh.
No, it's cold. It's flannel, not plaid. But if you've got plaid and vinyl,
Most
vinyl,
flannel is plaid. I'll
It
give you
is.
that. I'll give you that.
so we got lots of
2
cool
and
stuff
3
there
in
for
the
Jersey.
4.
And t-shirts and sweatshirts if you want these. You'd be weird, but that's okay. They're fun. If you can't fix it with duct tape, you aren't using enough. If you see me talking to myself, I'm just getting expert advice. Measure twice, cut once, curse, buy more, cut again.
Yeah, you've done that a time or two.
Sometimes. We do have a couple patron saints by the name of John Lennon and George Carlin.
Good job.
And if you don't know who they are, look them up. You're not old. Not old enough. John said, life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. It's true. And George, always insightful, isn't it a bit unnerving that doctors call what they do practice? So, I have said that for like decades.
Lawyers say the same thing, practicing law.
I know. Oh yeah, here you go. Did you know that octopi, actually it's not pusses. That's what it says here. That's what it says here. That's what it says.
You didn't have to.
They have 3 hearts. 2 pump blood to the gills, while the third pumps it to the rest of the body. Talk about spreading the love. The only letter that doesn't appear in the U.S. in any U.S. state name is Q. Really? No, really. Think about it. A single strand of spaghetti is called a spaghetto. Did you know that? Does anybody know that? No. I didn't know that. Now you'll never look at spaghetti the same way again.
You will never have a single strand of spaghetti, so you don't need to know this.
Yeah.
It comes in a big glob, and you glob it all in your mouth.
Okay, I know what's going to happen when I do this one, and everybody online is going to do this. They're going to think about it, and they're going to do it. You can't hum while you're holding your nose.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, you can't. Can't do it.
I told you, you
Clear
learn stuff.
layers, though.
If you go to church, you learn stuff. Isn't that amazing?
Whether you want to or not.
Useless, but, hey. Amaze your friends. Make a bet with a friend. So, courtesy costs nothing.
True.
I would rather be right than be president. Henry Clay, and this is an old book, so nothing ever really changes. So, help yourself, and heaven will help you.
Oh. Before I forget.
I know. Good thing I got it back. To many people, virtue consists chiefly of repenting faults, not in avoiding them. When the vices give us up, we flatter ourselves that we are giving them up. And Winston Churchill, courage is rightly esteemed the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees all of the others. Leave it to Winston
What do you
Churchill.
think? Does
What
he
an amazing
encourage to
person.
be kind sometimes?
He was like a Benjamin Franklin. Quite a person. Quite a person. Okay. For my kids' jokes book. What's the difference between bird flu and swine flu? Bird flu, you need treatment Swine flu, you need an ointment. And I'll have to tell you, I read this thing 2 or 3 times to myself. I couldn't get it. I read it to Jan. She looked at it. She can't get it. So
He's going to read it anyway.
I'm going to read it anyway. Yeah, maybe somebody will explain this to us. What do you call a man with 50 rabbits under his coat? Warren.
Is a warren a den? Warren is a den.
Okay. So
Slow.
Yeah.
It took me all this time to find that's where they live.
we should have called Donna. She would have known that. A friend of ours keeps lots of rabbits, so different rabbits. What do you get when you cross a cow and a duck? Milk and quackers. What's a firefly's life motto? Always look on the bright side.
Shine on.
Yeah, shine on. So, yep. Okay.
Did you actually peruse any of
Oh,
this?
I did. This is really terrible. It really is, because I read it first, but oh well. How do you get a mouse to smile?
A mouse to smile?
Mouse.
Say
Say cheese. Yes, exactly. Yeah. What kind of cheese does Medusa eat? Gorgonzola. Oh, ooh. Wow.
Okay.
What?
That was weird.
I'm so sorry for you.
We honor you.
What type of music features on Stilton and Roqueford's first album?
What?
Blues. Blues. Yeah. That's very good, though. Very good.
So were those jokes blues cues? Clues?
No. We're not going to ask. Am I done? Gosh, am I done already?
Thank gosh. We have Michelle Lanigan is instigating a Thanksgiving dinner for us. She's not here at the moment. She had a flat tire on her way to church, so she's getting that fixed. But anyway, we have a sign-up sheet. I need your name and the number of people who are coming in your group and what you would like to bring. So far, Lynn is bringing 2 veggie dishes, and I'm bringing gluten-free dressings / AKA stuffing. So sending that on
Remember,
around.
everybody's invited. I always say we haven't done this in a few years, and I really missed it. I had so much fun at Thanksgiving here, because it's for people that don't have any families or anybody locally, or for ones that have families and they wanted a good excuse not to be with them.
Either way, works for us.
Either way, yep.
So sign up and let us know, and we'll have more information as we go along.
Yep.
Excuse me. So we have a guest speaker today.
Yes, we do.
Let's give a phenomenal Divine Fellowship welcome to Keri Hendrix. I'll get one table.
My coffee and go.
All right. Okay, I'm out of here.
I also just wanted to say I have stuff to do today, and unfortunately I will not be having my group after church today. So there's that. Okay. Hi. It's nice to see you all. It's great that there was a quote about courage, because that's actually today's topic. And Lynn, who's not here today, it was her idea. So every month I ask Spirit for the next month's talk, after, just like as soon as I'm done. Okay, now I need something else. And Lynn came up to me and I was like, yep, that's it. Courage. I like that. And that was before the election, so. So we need courage and heart, faith. We got those. When I was growing up, I was a big Oprah Winfrey fan. I loved to watch her show. I swear I learned so much, and the people that she had, and really before her time, and having all sorts of interesting people on her show. And that, it did a lot for me. So I have Oprah quotes galore scattered throughout today, and I'm going to start with this one. The great courageous act that we must all do is to have the courage to step out of our history and past, so that we can live our dreams. And I should have brought up my water, Shannon. Thank you. So instead of just talking about courage, I thought about what that means to me. Thank you so much. What that means to me, and how it has affected my life, and kind of what is behind courage. I am fortunate. I was kind of born with a lot of moxie. I came into this world not afraid of a lot. I was friendly with everybody. I talked to anyone. My first experiences of having self-doubt were in school. Surprising, right? like grade school can be brutal. And so those were some of my first, and even then my tendency wasn't to shut down. It was to be like, oh yeah? I will chase you down, 9-year-old boy. I may have locked people in closets a couple of times. No, just once. It was really just once. But it still gave me self-doubt, even though I reacted that way. So unless I had a lot of confidence in myself, I, could struggle with the courage to try new things. So, for instance, I had a lot of confidence in myself when it came to theater, right from the very beginning. The first time I did a show in kindergarten, first grade, I was like, I like this. I think I've told you this before. Everyone's watching me, and I'm talking, and they have to listen to me, and that worked for me. I liked it. But dance class was a whole different thing. I tried dancing, and I didn't feel comfortable in my body. I was worried about my weight. I saw the other girls that looked better in their leotards. And I liked it when I was in kindergarten, but as soon as I became aware of my body, I felt uncomfortable, and I stopped going. Same happened to me when I took voice lessons. I took voice lessons, and I enjoyed it, and I improved, and we had our first recital, and I went, oh, no, I don't belong here, and I quit. So I understand myself and understand those moments when I've had courage and not. So what came to me as I was thinking about it, for me, so take what you take and leave what doesn't work for you. Some of the things that have helped me have courage over the years are preparation, support, opportunity, being tuned in with my intuitive self, and faith. Oprah Winfrey said about preparation, luck is a matter of preparation meeting opportunity. So we're going to be talking about that. One of my big moments in life where my life truly could have gone another direction. It wasn't an exit point, but it was an opportunity point. And I have always felt that had I taken it, my life would look different, not better or worse, just different. And I was 20, and I had taken a year of college. My family had fallen apart at that point. It was fairly lonely. I didn't know what to do, so I didn't want to keep going to college because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And there was an opportunity to go to broadcasting school. It was just one of those 9-month, those pop-up deals. I don't think it probably lasted 2 years and is gone. But anyway, that sounded fun to me. And I also knew that sometimes actors got to Hollywood through being in radio. And that sounded fun. So I did it. But it's crazy. I could be on stage in front of people, but they had a little radio station, and it was only in the building we were in Seattle that could hear you, and they probably weren't listening. But I never got live on the air. For some reason, I would do all the recorded air checks and commercial stuff and whatever, but I just was never live. In that process, one of the teachers came in and she was talking about commercial work. And so she taught commercial work on the side, and her husband was a producer. And so I went and took a class with her, and he created what we call an air check. And that's what you send out to radio stations when you're trying to get a job. So it was completely created. I never actually worked in the industry before. He produced it for me. I just did the talking. Very safe. I sent that out after I was done, and I got called from KBND, which is in Bend, Oregon. And it was like their big radio station down there. That's when radio stations were still kind of a big deal. Anyway, a lot of people would go from that radio station to Portland, and it was for a news job. And I thought, well, I can read news copy. So I get down there and I read it, and they offer me the job, and it's actually to be the news director. I was 19, 20 years old. I was like, that's big. And in my mind, I could actually see the whole thing. I saw myself going to the community meetings. I was going to get, close to the police officers and bring them donuts, so that, and I could see it, but I didn't have family support, and I knew I had never actually been on the air, and I accepted the job, and then the next morning I went back in and changed my mind. Oh. And I didn't do it. And it's all fine. I ended up with a job in Bellingham as on radio. And I'll never forget because, again, I hadn't actually been live on air. So my first couple of weeks were a lot of, and that was Kenny Loggins. It was a country station. And later the producer was like, yeah, your first couple of weeks were shaky. But it got better after that. So I always thought about that moment. It's fine, it all worked out and my life is great today. But it was just one of those moments where I didn't have the courage to do something inside I actually knew I could do. I felt like I could do. But I didn't have the right preparation behind me. I hadn't done some of the work. And I also didn't have the right support, which is my next. I just didn't have enough support in my life at that time, and I felt alone. So support, surround yourself only with people who are going to take you higher. So who you choose to be in your tribe, who you choose. Family, we don't get lots of choices over until we're older, and then we can go, yeah, you don't work for me anymore, sorry. I choose these people as my family now, and that's fine. But when you are in that point of making choices, choosing people that see you and validate you and support you, and your vision that you can share yourself with and share your vision with is really important. And so my example of that for myself is probably here, honestly. There's been other times I've had my tribe and I've had support, but getting up here and doing this was all Janice's idea, so if you don't like it, just tell her that and let her know. And all of you, it felt like a safe bet. I'd been working on my spiritual growth and my intuitive work and what I'm here to do spiritually for several years. I mean, all my life, but more intensely for the years prior to the first time you were all back at the expo. And I felt called to come. I felt called to be here. And the more I've been here and connected and felt support and love, it's helped me take this next step when I was asked. And I was like, okay. And it's meant the world to me, every time I get up here, knowing that no matter what happens, you all love me. Really, right? Raise your hand. Okay. It was really quiet for a second. Like, hi, Paul. And I have support from my husband, who supports everything I do, and my friends, and you too, Vicki, and Cindy. Okay. So support. Who's in your circle? If there's something you're thinking about doing or that you've wanted to do or wanted to try, surround yourself with the people that say, yes, go, you've got this, and we're right behind you. And that will help give you the courage to take that next step. The next one is opportunity. So pay attention to what's happening around you. Oprah says, I trust that everything happens for a reason, even if we are not wise enough to see it. So when something happens in your life and it feels like something you don't really know, just be curious about it. Pay attention to it. This was another example of an opportunity. But another one was, and I may have told the story, so I apologize. That could happen often. You can just go, yeah, we've been there and done that. But was when I became a nurse. That wasn't my plan. I worked in medical care for a long time, and I was at a point of having getting a divorce and needing to make better money, but I didn't know how I was going to do that. And I worked for Kaiser, and I had got this postcard in the mail that said they were going to send people to school to become nurses, 24 of their employees. And actually, I didn't have the right support at that time because the boyfriend I had was like, you don't want to be a nurse. They work odd hours. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. And you have to see gross stuff. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't really like gross stuff. And so I took the card and I went to the recycle bin. And then this is jumping ahead to intuition, but it's still, my intuition said, get that card back. Go to the meeting. And I did. There were over 300 applicants for 24 positions. And I knew I was supposed to do it, that was my opportunity. And it changed everything for us. I bought a house. It gave, my history of taking opportunities gave me the courage to take this one. I don't want to forget the courage is what we're kind of behind what we're talking about. So intuition, follow your instincts. That's where true wisdom manifests itself. And I think this one can be really difficult for people. If you are not in tune with your body, if you are afraid to listen to yourself, we've all made choices in the past that maybe didn't turn out the way we thought they were or weren't where we hoped they were going to be. And so we can get confused and lack the ability to trust what's coming to us. So being mindful, getting clear, getting grounded, speaking with someone who helps ground you can help you filter out the muck so that you can really hear, so that you can really listen when something comes up. Is this for me? And I have done that often in my life, and I gave you an example. I've given you multiple examples of that. One where I didn't trust my intuition, and it's all fine. It still worked out. God loves me. God supported me. It's all good. My path was still good, but following my intuition has taken to me some pretty cool places, and it's put me right here today with you. So I just encourage you to listen to that still small voice and let it roar. Like really listen. And then have faith. I trust that everything happens for a reason, even if we are not wise enough to see it. If you take the next step, you will be held and guided in your journey. It may not be the outcome you first thought you were seeking. It might be something even more. So faith is one of the things that brings us all together in this room. Faith is what's keeping me going after the election. Sorry, enough politics. I will stop now. Faith that there is a higher plan, and faith in all of us. And all of those that are like us out there in the world, that are filled with love and are not going to let love die. I have worked a lot with people over the last couple of weeks in my practice, and there's a lot of stress out there. Yesterday I saw a video, and standing up for what we believe in, by the way, takes courage. It takes courage. I follow this gal, and I can't think of her name right now. She's a teacher, and she's fabulous, but she's quirky as all get out. But anyway, she likened what was happening now to Star Wars, which really resonated with me because I'm a baby of the 60s and 70s, and that was like my first movie passion. Well, actually, it was the Muppet movie. That was but after that, it was Star Wars. And She's like, we're not. Bring on the Ewoks, people. We've got work to do. So let's just all have some courage. Let's listen to our intuition. Let's gather our support and our tribe. Let's keep moving forward with love and courage. I didn't know it was going to make me do that. Our little journey today is a little bit different. We are going to hopefully dim the lights and close our eyes. I will always say that if anything, any journey I take you towards does not work for you, the imaging does not work for you, if any part of it does not work for you, please find what works for you. Just be in a space internally. There were those dang monkeys. No monkeys. This is a positive journey. We're going to a beautiful space. And we're going to collect some things along the way. All right. So when we could have a little dimness. Thank you. So find yourself in a comfortable space for you so that you feel supported where you're sitting and connected to the ground and connected from above. Anchor your energy through your sacral space, from your feet, down deep into the ground. Let the earth hold you. The earth that is as old as our time and has survived all and will continue to survive. And allow spirit, source, down and through the top of your head, where it's always flowing. We're just bringing our attention and awareness to the love and the light that flows down and into our heart space and out through every cell of our body, out into our energy field. It keeps us safe and lets us know that we are loved. It is the source of our wisdom, our courage, our strength. So imagine yourself now on the yellow brick road. The witch has been vanquished. All that is left is the magic. It's a beautiful day, blue skies, birds. And as you walk, up ahead, you see a field of corn, beautiful golden corn. And you notice the Scarecrow, alive and well, standing and waiting to greet you. And as you approach, he smiles, takes your hands, and he says, I am to remind you that you already have all the wisdom you need. You were born with it. It is the result of hundreds, thousands of lifetimes lived and yet to live. It is the result of being connected to the ultimate intelligence of the universe, of Source. You have all the wisdom you need. Know this to be true. He gives you a hug. Then you continue on down the path. Up ahead, you see a beautiful forest filled with birdsong and light, butterflies, life. And then you notice the Tin Man, smiling, alive and well, taking a rest from his work. And as you approach him, he smiles and he takes your hands and he says, I am here to remind you that you have all the heart you need. You are love. You have always been love. You will always be love. You cannot be separate from love. Know this to be true. And gives you a hug, and you continue on down the yellow brick road. You go deeper into the forest, into a sacred circle of light. And waiting for you in the circle is the lion, no longer cowardly, because he now knows that he had all the courage he ever needed. He takes your hands in his paws, smiles warmly, and says, you too have all the courage you will ever need, that you ever needed, and it has always been with you. Trust yourself. Listen to wisdom. Listen to your heart. And trust that you have everything you need to move forward in any way that calls to you. We will always be with you. He gives you a hug, and you return to the yellow brick road with a spring in your step and knowledge in your soul that you have all you need. As you walk down the road, feeling at peace, confident, and assured that when the opportunity comes, you will know it. You will feel it. And you will walk forward confidently and with courage. And in your own time, you can walk back into this time and space. I don't know where the microphone is. This wasn't one about gifts, but if anyone has anything they want to share with their experience, you are more than welcome to. Oh, it's right here.
I made it too obvious. Anybody?
Does anyone have anything they want to share from their journey?
Well, I do.
Okay.
So I got to finish with the lion, and then as we started to head back, here was the wizard. And he handed me a piece of paper that had a schedule on it. And the message for me was, you have all the time you need.
Nice.
So thank you. I
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed that a lot.
Oh, good.
I could feel each one of them as they gave me that assurance. I felt that assurance strengthen me. It was wonderful.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other comments?
Thank you very much. I enjoyed that a lot. And at the end, I saw all those crazy monkeys. And the crazy monkeys are just the thoughts. And when we look at them and see them for what they are, we see they don't even exist.
Well done. Yeah.
Nice. Did everyone hear that?
Yeah.
That gave me chills. Crazy monkeys were our crazy thoughts holding us back, and they don't have power.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're just dancing.
Yeah.
We're just confused with what they're doing.
They were under a spell, to be fair.
So after we met the lion and got the courage, I just felt so light and joyous that I was like skipping down the road and jumping in the air and spinning that I can't do in real life. But I just felt so light, and so thank you.
Oh,
It was
nice.
really good.
Good. Thank you. Yes?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much for what you did. I didn't see the lion, but I saw the Scarecrow. And he said that look within yourself. You'll find the courage that keeps you going. Have faith and just believe that you can overcome it. Thank you.
Oh, good. Thank you. Okay. Oh, Shannon.
So I also had the skipping after the lion, but and I don't know if it's just the way I interpret things, but everybody was happy and friendly and just, happy to see me. The Scarecrow wasn't standing in a field. He was, but he wasn't. He kind of hopped down and slid down a haystack, and he was all very, comical. It was all very comical. My Tin Man was kind of, what are you doing? And the courage. When the lion told me, I already know. I already have it in me. Just have courage to have the courage. Have courage to trust yourself. To use your instincts and because I tend to second guess myself in many different situations because there's just that fog and you don't know if it's
Those damn monkeys.
Yeah. Now you can just think of the monkeys.
darn monkeys. Darn monkeys. But
I didn't mean to do anything.
but yes, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Thank you all so much for the love and support you show me every month. I really appreciate it.
I shall release you.
Thank you, Glenda.
Mr. Phil, if you do the central light, please, on your way up, so we can see what we're doing. Do you want to do that? Let's do the communion first. I have a Bible verse for you.
Is it your favorite one?
Could be. I don't know.
Whole thing's a favorite one.
No, I think, well, not all of it. No. But anyway. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10. There's other stuff around there that you might want to look at because it's really deep stuff.
Yeah, you've got
And
6
powerful.
and 7
I got 'em
circled
all
and everything.
circled and
That's not even
underlined.
circled.
Yeah, this is talking to when Jesus went and talked to people that were dead when he was in the so it's when he was
Talking to dead people, oh my gosh.
when he was dead. He went and talked to the dead people
Gotcha.
that weren't faithful. Anyway,
He did talk to dead people, though.
he did talk to dead people. Anyway, so verse 10. As each one of you has received a special gift, employ it in serving one another as good stewards of the manifold grace of God. Manifold means abundant. And this grace, this is a gift. When we support one another, like Keri was talking about, when we support other people, that's a gift. It's a godly gift that we are part of the journey. And in turn, we receive those gifts too, don't we? So it's like, employ that. Apply that. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So let's do communion really quickly.
Do it really quickly.
Well, we can. Got it there?
Not yet.
Okay.
I will.
Do we need the Jeopardy song? I'll break mine in half.
I got it.
Okay.
Yay.
See, I could share with you. We share everything else.
Do it myself.
Join us in prayer, would you please? Loving Spirit of Light, thank you for bringing us courage. Thank you for helping us to see our next steps. And thank you for the support along the way. Thank you. In the name of Jesus, the Ascended One. Amen. Oh, mine's going to be tricky this time.
Oh, I got mine.
Oh, you did?
But each year.
We could share? No, I got it. I'll do it myself. Join us in prayer again, please. Loving Spirit of Light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in
Everything.
your love. Because from that love, we have the courage to do anything. Thank you. In the name of Jesus, the Ascended One, amen.
Beth and David were busy this week. The back room, the former children's room that had all the wonderful murals that Callie had put on. You know, Callie's the one that did this wall and the wall in the angel room.
John.
But time moves on.
I got it,
Oh,
Phil.
you got it. Okay, thanks. Time moves on, and that back room is now being used as a healing room. So Beth and David came in this last week and painted.
Oh, wow.
And what an effort when you had all those murals to cover up. So it was a huge task. So thank you so much. Appreciate all their hard work.
It looks beautiful.
It
back
looks
there.
great.
It's amazing.
Looks great.
Did it feel pretty good when you're doing healings this morning, May?
I thought so. It was-
Yeah.
Where'd Beth go?
She's
Dang,
okay.
I mean, I'm saying something nice about her and she's not even here? Did she leave early? Okay. Oh, that's okay.
Some-
She's still cool.
You have to leave early.
That happens. So we have a couple of things.
Yep.
Speaking of Beth, she made this really, pretty flyer. So we have an event coming up on December 7th. This is a 2-hour readings and healings holiday fair.
Never tried something like this before for just 2 hours.
So we have, actually I think we did it once before,
Well,
but
but
it was
not-
different.
But it was
different.
not just 2 hours. It was
So-
like all day.
One fee, $20, and you can have as many readings and healings as you can fit in the time. So we'll have volunteers who will do that. This is a fundraiser for the church. And so just come on down. This is Saturday, December 7th from 1 to 3. So make plans to be a part of that.
Send
Either
your
as
friends, send anybody that wants to get a reading. I mean, what a deal. Even if you just get one reading. It's a
Yeah,
heck of a deal.
it is a heck of a deal. So the only other thing we've got going this week is on Wednesday is drum circle. So that's 6:30 this in the evening on Wednesday. So hopefully you can attend that. And let's do an energy circuit for the folks online.
We have people that go to the drumming and don't do anything else at the church.
Yeah,
That's all. That's the only thing they do. So awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
So rub your hands together really, really fast. We're still connected in to Divine Source, bringing that into your heart space, from your heart space to your left hand back to your right hand, and then back to your heart. And that connects an energetic circuit. And you can feel the energy building in your hands as a result of that. This is divine energy flowing through you. This is divine energy to support you, build you up, encourage you, and for you to share with others. So take what you would like from that, bring it into your heart space. Have a great week, and we will see you next time. Take good care. Say goodbye.